Okay, so I forgot to talk about this, but my friend made this post a while ago. It said who had the best 3 album run, 2000s Holy Trinity. So here are the stakes. Okay, we got Alicia Keys, Usher, and Beyonce. So I'm gonna give my pick, and then I'm gonna rank all of them in terms of who had the better runs. Okay, so number one, I got Beyonce because Dangerously in Love was a really good debut album. Okay, Crazy in Love, a smash hit. We know it, we love it. Okay, that was great. That was great. Other stuff in this album I really liked. Yes is my favorite song on the album. I think it's excellent. Of course, you know, Me, Myself, and I is a great song. It used to be my favorite, but Yes has really overtaken it. And then no one ever talks about stuff like Gift from Virgo or the song she did with Luther Vandross, The Closer I Get to You, which I believe is a cover, but I think it's fabulous and people do not talk about the song enough. Naughty Girl was a great record on this album too, so I thought that this was a solid debut album and she would go and improve leaps and bounds artistry wise and everything, but I think it's a good start for the solo career. And then we go on to B-Day, okay? B-Day fed families, it really did. B-Day is one of my favorite Beyonce albums, okay? Kitty Cat is probably my favorite Beyonce song. I always talk about it, but it's just so good. It's just so good. It really is. That Nipsey's production, they fed families, it really did. And then stuff like Green Light, just how powerful her voice was in that song. Sugar Mama was a really good song. Ring the Alarm as well, okay? I don't think I talked about Freakum Dress yet, but yeah, you see how many great songs we have on this album. Like, it was a really good moment. It really was. Filming Dreamgirls and everything, she had to, you know, keep it all inside. And all this album, she went off. So I think it's a really fun album to listen to. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. I'm Sasha Fierce. We can all agree it's her worst album, okay? This is something we always say when it comes to I'm Sasha Fierce. I think it's like a 6, 7 out of 10. Okay, she has better albums, but I don't think it's a bad album, okay? When you have stuff like Hello, which was a great ballad. Halo, y'all hate on Halo so much, but Halo, like I say, is one of my favorite Beyonce songs personally, okay? I really love Halo still. Disappear is very underrated, kind of gives me old Disney Channel vibes, but in a good way. Single Ladies is on this album. Diva, she said, take it to another level. No passengers on my plane. Okay, like that was a really good song. So yeah, I like most of the stuff on here, but for every song like that, you got stuff like Satellites, That's Why You're Beautiful, and Radio, which I think are trash. Oh, another ballad on here that was really good was Smash Into You. I like Smash Into You a lot. I do not need to hear If I Were a Boy one more time. I really don't. So yeah, but I think that's the best 3 album run, okay? At number 2, I would give it to Alicia Keys, okay? I really like Alicia Keys' first album. I think it's her best album, okay? At least it's my favorite. And Jane Doe, nobody talks about Jane Doe, but that was a fun song. Her and Candy 8. Butterflies is a beautiful song. That's probably my favorite Alicia Keys song all time. Woman's Worth was excellent, okay? You had Fawn, which was great on this album, a classic for her. Troubles, I really enjoyed. When we get to the end and when she gets into the Cage Bird and Why Do I Feel So Sad and all those boring ballads and all that stuff, like, why do I feel so sad? Because I just listen to these boring songs. That's what she does every album, bro. She gets you in the beginning, and then, you know, the bottom quarter of the album is boring ballad after boring ballad after boring ballad. Okay, so that's where she loses me. But this is my favorite. Diary, I like Diary. You know, sometimes you guys do overrate it, but that's a different combo. I don't even want to get into that today. So some stuff on here that was really good. You Don't Know My Name, until she gets into that monologue, and then it's kind of cooked. After that part. And then If I Ain't Got You is a great song. Of course, Dragon Days is one that I really enjoyed as well. So yeah, there was some gems on here. There was some good stuff on here. Diary, the song, I think that song is boring as hell. I always say that. People drag me for it, but I don't care. I don't like that song. I don't like it. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it was decent. As I Am was a good album. You got to give some appreciation to stuff like Lessons Learned with John Mayer. I always say John Mayer is an awful person, okay? I'm never gonna defend him as a person. I think he makes good music. You can hold him accountable and like the music, but that was a really good duet, okay? Alicia Keys was singing like her life was on the line on that duet, okay? So that was a really good moment for her. No One was a classic. Teenage Love Affair. I feel like Alicia Keys should have done more up-tempos. It's just ballad after ballad after ballad, and she has great ballads, but I really would have loved more up-tempos kind of in that vein. So yeah, I enjoyed this album. Again, toward the end, it gets those boring ballads, but yeah, I think that's like the second best run out of all these, okay? And then Usher at number 3, okay? 8701 is probably Usher's best album, in my opinion. This was when he had all the You songs, You Got It Bad, and he had U-Turn and everything like that. So, you know, I enjoy those songs. I enjoy those records as well, okay? He had good singles for this era as well. So you got to give appreciation for what he was able to do for this album. You know, You Don't Have to Call, okay? You know, he was kind of cooking. But for every song like that, we had a song, Can You Help Me? Which, like I said, I'll do anything for you, love. That voice crack sounds horrible. And people say it's for stylistic effect. It still sounds like trash. I still should have fixed it. I don't like that song. I'll never like that song. Okay. So I have to get out of the way. He had a song, I don't know. I think that was the song with Diddy, which, yeah, that song was awful. He had a song with Jermaine, which was trash as well. So yeah, I think it's his best album, but it's not something that I'm just so amazed by. I always have to go listen to. Okay. It's been a bit since I listened to the album, if I'm being honest. Okay. And then Confessions. You guys overrate Confessions. It was carried by the singles, okay? Yeah, it's a great song. It's a great song. Kind of good time to listen to sometimes. Yeah, no pun intended. Okay, but it was a good song. Burn, I don't really care for Burn, to be honest with you. Confessions Part 1 is better than Confessions Part 2. I feel like a lot of us can agree on that point as well. I'm tired of My Boo personally, okay? So you have moments like that. So basically, I saved all the singles and maybe one of the songs. But my problem with Usher is he consistently puts too many songs on his albums, and people say, oh, that's the 2000s, everyone was doing it then. Okay, everyone should have been putting less songs, 10 to 15 songs, okay? When we're doing 20, 25 songs, then it's just, everything starts to blend together. And I'm sorry, this album is overrated. Okay, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Here I Stand. I would probably take Here I Stand over Confessions, but I'm not really that big on Here I Stand. Okay, Love in This Club, I think, was on this album, and there was maybe another song or two that I really enjoyed. I think it was just kind of an easier listen for me than Confessions in that way, but I'm not really that crazy over it. So yeah, that would be my ranking of, you know, the 2000s Holy Trinity, as my friend has dubbed it. So we got Beyonce, and then we got Alicia Keys, and we got Usher. So let me know what you guys think down below on this talk, and also I'd love to know, like, what are your favorite albums out of all these? You can give me your top three favorites. So I would probably just give it honestly to Beyonce, the first two, and then Alicia Keys' first album if I had to pick my top three favorites, but we can continue that conversation.